How much have you made in total commission?
I don't know exactly. I want to say it's close to around 160, 170.
Brother, let's hear about this crazy video that you had recently.
The video right now is sitting at 37.9 million views, so it's about to hit 38 million views.
In total commission, how much did you do off that one video?
That one video, 146,000.
Mind-boggling numbers right there off of one video. And all of that was in 1 week's time, roughly. One to 2 weeks time, huh? And real quick disclaimer, this and anything we discuss inside of these episodes is not financial advice, and these results are not typical. So please do not come into this expecting to see any sort of crazy overnight success, because this is a perfect example of that. It's not overnight. What you might see on the outside is not, you're not watching all the things that happened months leading up to it. So please don't think that as such. And any financial talk that we talk about, this is not financial advice. So please do not take that as such either. Welcome back to another episode of the Social Army Podcast. In today's episode, I have a guest that I have been dying to get on the show. Touches a little bit of heartstrings on my end because I worked with this man for quite some time to make sure we got him to the point where he's at today. And by no means am I taking credit for this man's success, because he busted his butt to get to where he's at in terms of content creation and everything else of that nature, all while juggling a soon-to-be complete family life, which he now has a new little one here and in the flesh, which is amazing. So without any further delay, like always, I want to introduce them and get them on stage. And this is Patrick. We've been working back and forth, with these weekly calls for about like 7 months now. And to just see the progress that you've made over this time has just been absolutely amazing. But I want to touch on that here in a little bit, man. I want to hear a little bit about yourself. Why don't you kind of give a little bit of a breakdown of who you are and what got you into all this?
Yeah, I mean, just a regular guy. I live in South Florida, man. I come from an e-commerce background. I've had my own business online, Shopify store, drop shipping. I come from that background of social media marketing, understanding an audience and putting a product in front of them, right? So through that community that I had with that little area, I came across TikTok Shop because I've ran ads on TikTok before on the seller side. And I actually came across TikTok Shop, hearing about the success. And my girl actually first got introduced to it. She went viral within 2 weeks of TikTok Shop. She's really good at it. She has like a natural presence online. So, her success was my inspiration to get started on the affiliate side as well. And she got a video to go 5 million views within 2 weeks of starting TikTok Shop. And I'm like, okay, there's something here to be studied and kind of apply to what our knowledge of, e-commerce and products and stuff like that. And she did about 40K in commission on her first video, and we were hooked. We were both hooked right away.
That's crazy. 40K off of 5 million views on our very first viral video. I would be addicted and hooked immediately too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I started going live as well after that. Like I kind of figured out live. I was kind of attracted to that. I went live for the first time for like 10 minutes. I'm like, this is not doing anything. When I logged off the live, I saw that I made $40. I'm like, what? And that was it for me. That was it. Once that happened, I was like, I started going live every day. I started implementing videos and really just going all in on the TikTok Shop.
That's amazing. I love that. And the fact that you got off and didn't think you did anything, and you were like, holy shit, I just made $40. Wait, I can't.
I saw that I sold that's all items. I was like, oh, wow. I thought I wasn't doing anything.
That was like kind of your first introduction into affiliate marketing, especially with like TikTok Shop, right?
Yes. Like I said, I had been on the seller side, running ads on Facebook and Instagram, and not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just so much easier to be an affiliate. You don't have to really worry about the overhead and so many other things when you can just literally grab the product, make a video, and post it. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
So going into this, I mean, you tried multiple different things. I mean, in the very beginning when we first linked up, showed me your pages, and you had, quite a bit going on there. Your girl, like you said, she was naturally kind of good at this, but her presence online is already there. You were trying to make that presence for yourself. What did you find that worked best for you when you first started? Because I know it was a little hard for you to start gaining traction, but you did eventually at one point.
Putting her in the videos.
So it's that couple, bringing that couple dynamic into the sense. Yeah.
Every video that I tried just me by myself, it just didn't get that same attention that I did if I included her.
Right. Right. Because you had a couple of, semi-successful videos in the beginning, nothing like too super, super big, and lives were kind of where you were at. Was there a reason you put more focus on the lives? Was it fun for you, or was it just because it was immediate?
It was fun, it was immediate, and I was making money. Like, I was really doing well on lives. There would be a time where I'd make a quick $350 on a 2-hour live. Like, that was good enough for me. I know there's other affiliates making way more than that in a span of 2 hours, but for me, like, that was more than any 9 to 5 or any other job that I would've had, and I was perfectly fine being home and being able to make that kind of money.
Right. I mean, you supplemented a daily income, or I'm sorry, a full-time income with 2 hours of work in a day's time. I mean, that's or I'm sorry, $175 an hour. After kind of discovering lives and things like that, what made you kind of like lean into the more video side of things? And actually, let me ask you a better question. How did you end up finding about Social Army?
I think I saw you on a live on TikTok, and you had already joined Social Army. You were kinda already with the community, and I was like, "You know what, man? I need people around me that are doing the same thing, trying to get the same results that I'm looking for." And obviously, I know from past experience being part of a community helps the process a lot faster, especially if you wanna go viral, tips and tricks that maybe other people have dealt with that you can kind of avoid. So being part of the community is definitely a big help and something that I was looking for at the time.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, being a part of the community is one of the best things. That's what I did when I first started, and I attribute all of my success into the affiliate game on TikTok to that, because I was able to pick the brains of, the most successful affiliates that I knew at the time. And those were guys doing 60, 70, $80,000 in a month. And speaking of big numbers like that, I kind of want to get this out there sooner than later. Brother, let's hear about this crazy video that you had recently. How much First, let's start with this question first. How much have you made in total commission year to date? Do you know?
Year to date, with the video that just went viral.
With the video that just popped, yeah.
Um, I don't know exactly. I want to say it's close to around 160, 170,000.
Okay. And you've done over $1 million in GMV now.
That was strictly straight from that video. Yeah. I hit that 1 million GMP with that one video, man, and it's crazy what it's led to. This whole time of working, not stopping when you're not seeing results, it's definitely gonna determine your success for sure.
Oh, 1,000%. And you are a prime example of that. And I'll touch base on that here in just a second because I want to highlight that. Now let's get to that video. What did this video do, man? What was the views? What was the commission? What was the GMV? And what was the product?
Product was the translating headphones.
Okay.
The video right now is sitting at 37.9 million views, so it's about to hit 38 million views.
That's
It
insane.
Yeah, it did 25 million views within 3 days. Like, it was one of those videos where, like, it overnight went viral.
Just exploded.
Astronomical numbers. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Explosion. And then what in total commission, how much did you do off that one video?
That one video, 146,000.
That's mind-boggling numbers right there off of one video. And all of that was in 1 week's time, roughly.
Oh, yeah.
One
Oh, yeah.
1 to 2 weeks time, huh?
Yeah, it was really
That's
fast. It was something, like I said, it was like Furby, Tickle Me Elmo back in the day, like, just went, like, it went crazy. People were going nuts for it.
yeah, that's insane. And on top of that, not only did you have a video that's the most, I think, commission I've ever seen off of one particular video, but you also hit inside of Social Army's community a record day, the highest commission in one day that I've ever seen from anybody. I'm talking thousands of affiliates. Yeah, how much did you do? What was your biggest single day in commission with that video?
Yeah, that was $40,000 in one day in commission.
That's people's yearly salary in one day.
Right, right. Yeah. The day before that, which was like the first initial day that went viral, I did 38. So I almost did 40 back to back. Um, but yeah, like you said,
$80,000 in 2 days, bro.
yeah, you said the next day is gonna go insane. You said the second day was gonna be the most profitable, and it sure was.
Yeah, I not by a whole lot more, but hey, an extra $2,000 is an extra $2,000. I mean, that's just insane. And the next day too, I think your commission went up, right? In terms of your link on that.
So
Yeah,
you guys were able to give me that higher commission through the Social Army. And they actually reached out to me too. So like, hey, we're gonna up you up your commission. Miniso actually reached out to me.
Hey.
Yeah, they started sending me more headphones to make more videos. It was the trickle effect, man. It's crazy once you get to that amount of views, the other doors that start to open up, the other companies, people that start to reach out to you to kind of want to, magnify that success and get you more views, right? More collaborations. So it's really cool.
Your name gets out there a little bit more. Your page gets out there. Companies start reaching out like crazy. Your email starts blowing up. Your inbox starts blowing up. You were the number one affiliate that entire week too. In regard to total GMV, I mean, you did what most people do in a good month in 1 week's time,
Yeah.
which is just mind-boggling,
A lot of
insane. What
people
was your
didn't I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. A lot of people.
Yeah, like a lot of people didn't see the struggle before that, like the runs of, violations and account bans, like, shadow bans. It was rough, man. I had to start another account. I had to kind of work on other accounts and then kind of circle my way back to my original account.
You went through it for a while, and the craziest thing is, like you just said, you went back to your original account. You've had what, 3 accounts now? 4 maybe? For the 3?
Yeah.
3? And, we tried multiple different, types of content for each account where it was just you. We tried focusing on some supplements. We tried focusing on all kinds of different things during the 7 months that we worked, really close together, and the one thing that we always came back to, and the one thing you always came back to for comfortability was the couples dynamic. And you kept going back to your original account because not only A, was it your first successful type of account, but B, it was comfortable types of content to make because you were comfortable making it with your girl and your girl is already making content. So you two together works. And it worked out really, really well. What was your hook for that video? I think this is going to be kind of funny for people to hear.
Yeah. So the hook for that video wasn't really like a, traditional hook that you guys tell students to do, or it's just like, hey, babe, put this in your ear.
It's just so strange. So strange. Yeah, it works, but it worked. Yeah, it worked. But when you hear that, when you come across a video saying, "Hey, put this in your ear," your thoughts probably like, "What? Come again? What did I just hear?" And then, yeah, right. And then you watch through it. It was great. But I think the video itself was good. If Patrick is comfortable with this, guys, definitely we'll link his pages down below if he's comfortable sharing them. So that way, anybody who was curious about that can go take a look. But I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this probably have already seen that video with damn near 40 million views. I think every affiliate on TikTok Shop has seen that video recently. So definitely a good video. It worked really, really well and converted really, really good. Insane. I love that. So moving on here, man, what are some of the bigger achievements outside of this that you've been able to make over the last 7 months, or really over the last 12 months of being on TikTok Shop?
Definitely be more confident on how I, record videos, kind of just going with it, not really having a formula, just kind of being uh fluid, kind of like improv, you're just kind of going with it and trying to create something original rather than copying another video and copying everything else that everyone's doing. I realized that creating something original can really get you to that 36 million views, right? Because it's not been done before.
You're 100% right. I sent you my video that popped off on that, and I said, "Here, go mimic this." You didn't mimic it. You took the product, but you made a very original style video on your own. And the amount of people who copycatted your video after the fact was crazy. But you're 100% right. You went purely original on your video, and it worked for you.
Yeah, definitely. And it gave me a confidence, like I said, that I can just create whatever it is that I feel like is going to do well. And it just so might do well, right? Because, yeah, I recommend people to go and create rather than copy. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but creating something original can be that much more.
You're 100% right. And, having original ideas and original videos and things of that nature set you apart from everybody else. I tell people all the time, copying viral success, that's great. It gives you kind of a foundation. And if it works for you, it works for you. However, good quality original content will always be king on this platform because if you can create something original, you stand out from the crowd and you're able to get ahead of other people. So when promoting a product that's already quote unquote heavily saturated, such as those headphones, because everybody was going viral with them, it's hard to stand out when every video you see is, "Hey, TikTok Shop messed up. Hey, somebody at TikTok messed up. Hey, this price shouldn't be this. This price shouldn't be this. It's a glitch. It's a glitch. It's a glitch." you're not going to stand out. People are going to see that 5 or 6 different times. Be like, they'll skip right by. However, when someone comes across your video, hey, babe, put this in your ear. Excuse me? They're like, what? Hold on, what's this guy talking about? And then they see the headphones. Then they watch the video all the way through and get a clearer understanding as to what the product is. Then it really piques their interest rather than seeing the same regurgitated bullshit over and over and over again. So it really separates you from everybody else creating content around that same product.
100%. And circle back to that question. I mean, I can now create non-shoppable content, and that's something that I was implementing because you personally said, hey, if you just incorporate non-shoppable content before you go live, this is when I was going live, you're going to get that much more traffic. So I kind of just implemented that to kind of give people more of a personal um, experience to my page, who I am, who my girl is. And I think that's also been very beneficial on the virality of that video. Personally, I can't tell you the science exact reason why it went so crazy, but I've been giving people a more personal experience in my life on the platform.
And you're 100% right. Your page has become a couple's page of excuse me, but are you guys married?
We're not married yet.
Not married yet. Soon to be. Soon to be.
We'll get there.
But you and your girl, I mean, it's literally been that. I mean, you guys started creating content based around, like you said, your lives. And to kind of touch more on that, you also kind of slightly documented the last portion of her pregnancy right before you guys had your baby. So I think that also gave people a more personalized touch into who you are. And when you posted those videos before going live, it did help your traffic a little bit here and there. But like you said, it gave people an inside look into your lives. Now, to touch more on that baby thing, y'all, that video popped off and changed your life financially in a position right before one of the most amazing moments of your life.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, and most people, I would get anxious, right? Like, I need to go live, I need to make a video, I need to post. Obviously now since this video has come and my baby's here, I kind of need to focus more on the moment, right? Focus on these early. You have four, so I'm at firsthand. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's important to, yes, enjoy the success, post when you can, but more importantly, enjoy the moment with your family, because that's the whole reason why I got into this in the first place, is to have that time. So yeah, I want to ride the wave and continue to push and go further, but it's really important to just grasp it all, enjoy the moment, because this was the biggest blessing that I think, anybody could have. So I'm definitely grateful for you, Social Army. It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Man, like I tell you all the time, you made the content, you put in the effort, you put in the work. This is something that was done by you. You had a little bit of help from me. You had a little bit of help from the
The
community.
alley
You had-
oop. This
That's
Shaq and Kobe. You passed me the ball, I slam dunked it, man. So,
That's it. And yeah, no, 1000% slam dunked it. My gosh.
but I needed that assist though. I needed
Yeah.
the assist.
Yeah, and I couldn't be more happy for you, more happy for you and your family. I mean, it's massive, man. And like I said in the very beginning of this podcast, guys, this one touches a little closer to me than I think most of the other episodes I've done, because working with Patrick over the last 7 months, every week we jump on an hour-long phone call. We ended up taking some time back and maybe doing it every other week here and there, had to reschedule some of the calls here and there. But the original outline for this was supposed to be just an 8-week program. And I told him, at the end of this program, I'm not stopping communication with you until we get your very first viral video. And not only did he end up getting one viral video kind of in the past, didn't perform too well, he ended up getting a mega viral video. And I told him I wasn't going to stop until we found that success. And we found it. And couldn't be more proud of this guy.
I appreciate it. I had to. It had to be done. You were extending your time past. I'm like, I gotta go harder. I gotta do it. I gotta take advantage, because like you had told me in the past, man, like you have to surround yourself with people that are doing it, that have had success, right? Because you're only gonna be the next success. So I felt like as long as I had contact with you, whether we were on a call or just text, I was good, right? I had a lifeline to success, right? Like you said, you literally just texted me like, "Hey, these headphones are popping, jump on it," and I was like, "Say less."
Yep. And that's exactly what you did. You did it immediately. Hold on one second. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, man, and it's crazy because it boils down. God, I can't talk. It boils down to the matter of just one single text because without that text, I'm not sure if you would have jumped on those, at the time that you did. I don't think that it would have come out to this. And that text didn't come from me originally. I had another buddy that was in the community. He texted me and said, "Hey, these headphones are popping off. Check this out." Sent me his video, and I did what I don't normally do. I mimicked his video. I popped off, did 8 million views with it. I didn't make nearly as much as you did. I still made a, decent amount off that video. But then I was like, you know what? I know someone else who has these, and we've worked with these in the past. So I thought of you, sent you that text, and boom. So it was literally just a trickle down, I guess you can say, from another creator to another creator to you. And it worked. But your video, dude, will forever go down as one of the craziest videos I've ever seen in terms of explosive growth and just commission all around. It's insane.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm still trying to grasp it, but why? This is something I kept in the front of my mind. Like I literally had dreams about it. I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. I kept it in the front of my mind. There was no question what I wanted, and it was to have a viral video. And I wasn't expecting the 36 million, 38 million views, 5 million, 2 million views, right? Yeah, it's crazy. And like I said, how powerful this community is, how we share information, how it could change your situation, literally.
1,000%. I mean, gatekeeping's weird, and knowledge is wealth. The more you can spread it, the better, and especially amongst the ones that are within us. We want to make sure that everybody's taken care of. Everybody eats.
Yeah, there's no scarcity mindset with Social Army, 100%. Everybody just lives in abundance, and that's why there's so many successful affiliates within the group.
You're 100% right. 100% right about that. So, a couple more questions for you before we jump into the next segment here. What do you think going forward you're probably going to do to, I mean, obviously outside of living in the moment, one thing that being in the car business, my bosses used to always tell me is, take the skinnies to fat and call it an average, right? You're taking a big video, a big deal right now, and you're probably going to take some time to enjoy the moment, like you just said. Going forward, after you get yourself back into rhythm and you're able to take that time and put back in, what do you think you're going to focus on most going into the next part of creating content for yourself?
As far as like products or just in general for my
In general, yeah, products and in general and everything.
So in general, definitely some sort of podcast, some sort of medium where I can help others and share my experience and my knowledge as well. Definitely be more present with my partner and child eventually when she gets a little older, on the platform as well. So introducing more baby products, more couples products, and just more products more so for my lady, because that's what I realized works for my page. People like to see her in certain outfits, certain like gadgets, right? They enjoy seeing her in it. Like I mentioned to you before, we had started a brand together where it was women's shapewear. Like my girl's a little bit more curvier, right? She doesn't fit the average mold of, the stereotypical woman, right? Like, and not to say it's right. Right. So a lot of people relate to her naturally. When we started our brand, that's really what hit, because people relate to her more because of her curviness. Some clothes don't fit her like they do other women. So a lot of people deal with those same issues. And that's kind of like what jump started our online e-commerce affiliate journey, was really because of her. So I definitely want to double down, get back to that.
And I think that's a great idea. That's one of the biggest industries in terms of e-commerce. I mean, the number one affiliate on all of TikTok Shop she promotes plus size women's clothing. That's all she does. But it's because it doesn't fit the standard, the beauty standard, right? So she's able to say, look, this looks good on me. And so many other women will see that and be like, oh my God, I have that same body type. It'll look good on me too. And you and her being able to not only like capitalize in a good way on that, but also promote it in a positive way towards that audience is huge. And it works out great. And it's worked already in the past for you guys. I mean, some of the other content that's worked out pretty well for the both of you is that style of content. So I love to see that.
Yeah.
Love to see that. And it's just following passion products, things that you guys have not only experience within, but also passion behind. And that's one of the biggest things I promote when I tell people to find their type of content, is to just promote content, promote products, and create within a passion, or create within somewhere that you have a vast amount of experience and knowledge in, because it flows. It becomes a lot easier. You're not forcing the sale, you're not forcing the video, you're not forcing the emotion. So
Right. And they're going to know when you are.
100%. People read through you just like that. 100%.
Definitely.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the challenges that you face, man. I mean, violations, accounts, things of that nature.
Yeah, shadow bans. Initially I had a lot of violations, and that was from supplement products. Um, I don't know if I should mention some of the brands, but yeah, it's a lot of supplements.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know that supplements are high risk, high reward. So just be leery about those things, and you'll learn right now what he's about to talk about.
Right. So yeah, like you said, high commission, high risk, high reward. Um, this was in the beginning when there really wasn't, scripts or formulas on how to go live and how to describe these products. So I was kind of going out there naked, just kind of saying whatever. And it did give me a lot of violations to the point where my original account almost got banned. I was at 22 points. So it was a scary time. And that's why I kind of leaned into purchasing another account. I was actually gifted an account by Goalie, as you know. Um, to kind of just post goalie content. But as I was kind of focusing on those accounts, more help was arriving as far as scripts, what to say, what not to say. And in the meantime, my violation points was going down on my original account.
Which is good. And I think a lot of that was just more of a learning curve and a learning experience, not only for creators, but for the brands as well, as to what they are allowed and not allowed to push their affiliates to say. Because some of these brands, there wasn't a what you can and can't say, a do and don't list. And hell, even TikTok was having a problem
Yeah.
telling the affiliates, hey, what's good and what's not good. Because they would tell you one thing is good and then you get a violation for it. And then they're like, oh, sorry, we can't do nothing about it now. You just gotta wait. Like, okay, thanks, TikTok. But I think that was just more of a learning curve for everybody as a whole during those times. And unfortunately, it came at the expense of a lot of affiliates' accounts in terms of violations and hell, even some bans. But it was one of those tough growing pain periods of this entire affiliate journey. You guys got to remember too, TikTok Shop's only been around now. We're approaching a year and a half's time. So they haven't been around for very long. So
Wow.
it's been a learning curve. What did you do to kind of get through all that, man? I mean, I know you just kept on keeping on from my knowledge here.
I mean, yeah, I was posting consistently. I actually had a viral video on one of those accounts, and it got taken down because it violated community guidelines, unfortunately.
You didn't even speak in that video, I don't think either.
No, it was like a random text on a screen with a music in the background, just walking around my house. I copied another video that I saw went viral, and it
Sure.
actually ruffled a lot of feathers because of what that text actually said. So TikTok ended up taking it down because it just had so many negative comments on there.
Sometimes controversy can be too much, but a lot of the time
Exactly.
controversy breeds engagement. But
But I learned a lot through that experience, right? Like you said, it's a numbers game, consistency, just keep posting, try to replicate what's working. And I did that with those accounts all the while, I was playing the waiting game with my original account. That also original account did really well with lives, and I was still going live with 22 points. Like I didn't care because I was still making money. That account also does really well with lives.
yeah, that was the main account we focused with you on lives too, was
Yeah.
because that's kind of what you started with. And when you were going live, I mean, you did really, really good with lives for a while there. What was the main drawback when getting off of that? Was it just kind of getting burnt on those lives or?
It Yeah, so all of my other affiliates that go live consistently know that it can be a little taxing, especially on your voice. Like talking for 3 hours, you're like gonna get raspy. Your voice is gonna get so like your throat's gonna get sore. And also I like the idea of having the video make me passive income rather than kind of, clock it in to go live, which beats any job 9 to 5 any day. And I have no problem going live. But having a video just continuously print money for you is way more attractive.
It's crazy too when you see it. I mean, your video for quite a while there, granted you had your big $38,000 day, $40,000 day, $20,000 day, started to die down, but then for like a solid 5 or 6 days after that, you were seeing a consistent 2 grand a day without having to go live or make a video or anything like that. It's crazy to see, isn't it?
And enjoy my newborn baby, be there, right, my partner, help her in any way she can. And that's exactly the intention that I had from the beginning of my journey with TikTok Shop. So it came round full circle, perfect timing, divine timing, if you ask me.
100%.
Yeah.
Manifestation at its finest.
It's just a beautiful thing. I'm so excited for the journey, and I don't think I would have done anything different. I'm grateful for it all, the violations, the shadow bans, all of it, all of it.
It's all a learning experience, and
Yeah.
and you can't take it negatively. And the best part about this is people like yourself, you don't take those setbacks as the end all be all when it comes to those failures, right? What does failure mean to you?
Quitting, just stopping completely. That could be the worst thing you probably do, is just
Right.
giving up completely, because I'm sure there was times where we're still doing it, not seeing the results, and still going at it. People like thinking your TikTok page is a joke, and it's all fun and games till it becomes real, right? Until 38 million people see your video. I had Me and my girl were at Target, like I told you, and somebody stopped us and said, "Hey, I saw your video on TikTok." I had
Okay.
people calling my girl's dad saying like, "Hey, I saw your daughter on TikTok." Like it really went crazy, man. It went to a whole completely different level that we did not even expect.
Puts life in a little bit of a different perspective sometimes, but you can't take it as your end all be all. If you get a violation, guess what? You learn from it, you move on. If you get your account bound, guess what? You start from scratch and you build a new one. The best part about this is the capital to get into TikTok Shop and its affiliate program, unless you're inside of a community or a course and you're paying for certain other things of that nature, it's costs nothing.
Nothing.
Just a
Nothing.
little bit of time from your end to build an account, get to understand, and there's a lot of knowledge out there for free. Take this podcast, for example. We have over 30 episodes where you can go through and binge and watch other successful affiliates just like Patrick here and many others, and get the knowledge that they give to you guys during these shows for free, and take it and learn and go from there. It doesn't cost you anything. So it's an opportunity that I think a lot of people are missing out on, but they don't have the full understanding of what the possibilities are within.
100%. I think that's most of it right now. People don't know where to start or how to continue once they have started. They really don't know what questions to ask or where to go to ask any questions. So very, very important.
Yeah, and if you've got, I tell people all the time, you don't have to pay for a course. You don't necessarily need a course. You don't need to pay for a community. You don't necessarily need one. You don't need to pay for any of it. The knowledge is free everywhere. However, what's next and finding out what to do next sometimes comes from being within a community or being around like-minded individuals. And if you ever want to scale yourself or become the next best version of yourself, you really do want to surround yourself with those like-minded individuals. And that's where finding a community like Social Army comes, in handy, because we have a community of thousands of other affiliates that are not only active, but paying for a monthly subscription to be there and surrounded by other individuals. And it's not just because it's a course or anything of that nature. We offer resources like an app that gives you higher commissions. We offer brand lives. We do live sessions all the time that help you get better as a creator time and time again. And being around those other affiliates is really just going to help you excel and get a lot better at what you're doing, because you can ask those questions. And you don't want to be the smartest person in the room, because if you're the smartest person in the room, what are you going to learn? Who else are you going to learn from?
Nothing.
You
I mean,
you can't.
yeah,
You
you're gonna fail
gotta.
pretty hard, and you're gonna have your turn. Yeah, it's gonna take you a lot longer.
Yeah, no, and a lot of the thing is people want to fast track their success too. And I really want to highlight this with you. 7 months in the making, man. 7 months in the making from day one, you and I starting until now. There was no fast tracking that. There was constant testing, constant trial and error, constant, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this. Constant. There was no fast tracking it anywhere. It took the time and it took the work and it took the effort, but in the long run, paid off.
And coming from that e-commerce background, you realize that's the name of the game. Test, 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 test.
That's it.
And with having your own business, you're spending money on ads, right? You're giving up a lot of money to get data in return. So you're not going to really see that return on investment right away. You have to continuously test and keep pushing. When you see no success, that's really what it is.
That's and a lot of people are afraid to test. They test once, it fails, they give up. You can't do that.
You got to keep going. You got
You
to.
can't do that. In the beginning, I think one of the hardest things for you to kind of grasp too was I told you from the jump, consistency is key. Consistency and quantity. It'll breed quality, but that's the name of the game. You've got to stay consistent with it. And you really took that to heart. And I don't think I saw anybody post as many videos as you did without reaping the results you were looking for, but you just didn't stop. You didn't stop because you knew where it was going.
I mean, that meme where the two guys are digging for the diamond, right? And the one guy the one guy's about to hit and the other guy's walking back because he was right there. That meme is fucking real, dude. Like, it's super real because that I feel like is exactly what happened to me. I just kept going balls to the wall no matter what, not seeing the results. And sure enough, it exploded. I got an exploded video rather than just a 3 million, 5 million view video. This one really, it was like a jackpot pretty much.
That's exactly what it was. At any point in time, did you want to quit? Like,
No,
did you ever? No, never.
never,
I love that.
never.
I love
Not even a thought because I knew what was possible, not only seeing your success. I think Jake was one of the original guys that I saw in the beginning, Nick Fowler and some of the other guys. But most importantly, my girl. I saw what my girl did in 2 weeks, right? I mean, she kind of hit a jackpot too. She did TikTok shop for 2 weeks and got a viral video right away and was able to, make some serious commission. So that was definitely the motivating factor. And not only that, going live and making the money that I was going live also kept me going. I didn't want to go back to my old job or 9 to 5 or having to do something I didn't want to do, taking time away from my family. I think that's probably the number one reason people are doing this more than anything.
Yep. That's why I did it. I didn't want to go back and I wanted to get the hell away because I missed so much time with my kids. I got 4 of them, man. And I got almost 9-year-old twins and a newborn. So
That's what I'm saying. I know how you feel. I don't have as many as you do yet, but like I'm sure more kids, more money, more problems. It'll definitely motivate you to hustle a little bit harder.
it does big time.
And I know when you probably went viral, you pretty much had a newborn.
Yeah, my youngest was so he was born in January, and then I got my first viral video in February, and I had started that content creation journey back in August, but it wasn't with TikTok Shop. It was on the tech side of things. I wanted to be a tech talker, create PC content, gaming content, things like that, and Uh, January is when I really started to like look at TikTok Shop as a thing because I saw so many other successful people, and then I got like 2 accounts banned back to back because I was just doing dumb shit. I wasn't paying attention. So I lost 2 accounts that I had already grown. They were clipping accounts from gaming and stuff. Lost 2 accounts. It's like, man, screw this. I'm not even gonna try. And I saw this random dude. At the time, he was random to me on TikTok talking about a community he created. At the time, he was a random dude to me. And then I joined his community. It was another community that a lot of us were in, but I ended up picking the brains of some of the most successful affiliates in there. And then come February, I was like, all right, I'm going to give this another shot. Got into it. And the first video I posted on the account that I created specifically for TikTok Shop went viral. And that was it for me. I was like, oh shit, here we go. And then 3 weeks later, I got another viral video that blew up. And that's when I made 100 grand in my first month. I was like, yep, I'm out. I'm done. That's it. I'm full force into all this, man. So, but it was just crazy turn of events. But yeah, my son at that point, my fourth child, at its point was only 2 months old. Right, it was
And
crazy.
I know the feeling, man. Like having a newborn, being able to be home and enjoy that is a really good feeling. So
Yeah, and this whole time, he's about to be a year old. January 11th will be a year old. I haven't missed a day.
that's
I haven't missed a day. He's been in my arms every single day. It's crazy. And you're not to experience that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that baby love it all. To me, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you're gonna experience every moment of that. And I'm so excited I'm so excited at the fact that you get that for your first child because man, with my first one, I was working in the car business, but I missed so much of his baby life. And he was just, all he wanted was mom. I thought he hated me as a baby because, as babies, and he's breastfed. So, as babies, they're just connected. There's a different connection there. I didn't have that connection.
Right.
But with this last one, I did. And that boy will not leave me alone. But I love it. I love every minute of it, man. I love that little kid. He's the best.
It's awesome. It's an awesome feeling.
It is. So real quick, Patrick, I want to give you an opportunity here to, if you have one, maybe give a little bit of a motivational message to anybody watching. Because I know there's a lot of people out there who watch these episodes, and there's been a lot of people asking for more of a, not necessarily like a struggle story, but a story of somebody who hasn't just found instant success. And I think you were literally the perfect person for this episode. And I don't know if maybe you have just, a little bit of some motivational words here for people.
Yeah, definitely don't stop. Don't quit when you're not seeing success. Don't be afraid to come up with something completely original, even if it sounds or looks stupid to you. It might just be your meal ticket to a viral video. Like I'm telling you right now, don't get caught up on other people's successes. Like, don't have FOMO. Just lock in and keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, because the fact that you have the ability to make money on an app by posting a video or going live is already an advantage, right? So why not have fun with it? Incorporate your partner, incorporate your family, even post non-shoppable content. Like, look at it as fun, not like work or business, or don't have that anxiousness of like, you need to post, you need to go live. Enjoy the moment. Like when you're just kind of relaxed, ideas will come to you. You'll start to be in like a flow state, and you'll end up creating something amazing. So don't stop. That's the worst thing you can do, despite the potential ban, whatever is going on in the world, whatever your family or friends are saying. Disregard all that. If you have conviction in yourself and what you want to accomplish, it's going to happen. Like, no question, it's going to happen. So the most important thing is to kind of stay the course. Quitting is not an option. And, whatever the outside, world is going on in the outside world, like it's okay. If TikTok gets banned, there's going to be another platform. I guarantee you that. They're going to go Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or something completely new is going to rise. All these people have to go somewhere else. So I wouldn't let it discourage you from not making content. I would go even harder, more than ever right now.
100%. And to kind of piggyback off that, get your foot in the door now. It's never been easier to do it. TikTok's the place to do it. Get your foot in the door. In the unfortunate event that something does happen to this platform, like he said, people have to go somewhere, right? These other platforms have taken note of the explosive e-commerce capabilities of TikTok, and they're going to implement something to their platforms. Right now, it's already in the works with all these other platforms. Instagram, YouTube, multiple other platforms. There's another one called Flip. They're all over the place. Now, is something going to match to what TikTok did? Who knows? Who knows? I don't think they'll ever come this close, because this algorithm is the strongest algorithm in the entire world. It knows you better than you know yourself. But the possibilities aren't going to end here. And we'll see what happens in the coming weeks with the TikTok ban. But
It's only the beginning, in my opinion. I think they're just
1,000%. Social commerce is the future of commerce. Gary Vee, one of the biggest.
I just saw that video. I saw that. He predicted in 2008. He said,
Yes, one of the biggest internet personalities in terms of making money online, said that this is the future. And he's been saying it for over a decade now. And I fully believe him. Almost 2 decades he's been saying this shit.
Oh, yeah.
And here we are, living in it. So we'll see what happens. I know it's going to go somewhere, but
definitely.
man, yeah, dude, I appreciate you giving me the time today and jumping
You
on
gave me
here.
nothing but time this whole last 7 months. This is nothing, man. I really do appreciate it.
It's been enjoyable. We made a good friendship out of this, and it's something that I don't think will fade or disappear or go anywhere in that nature. It's been amazing watching the growth of you. It's been amazing watching your entire family kind of evolve, and now seeing it fully there is awesome. So congratulations to you, and man, I just wish nothing but the best to you and your family.
Likewise, man. Thank you so much. And I'm excited for the next person to get this big viral video as well, because like I said, there's enough out there for everyone.
Every I don't believe in saturation, man. I really don't. Especially with the amount of people that are on this platform. It's about originality and setting yourself apart from the others. You can make a product that's, to everyone else's opinion, saturated, and turn it into another viral hit. I've done it. You've done it.
Yeah.
I know plenty of other people who have done it. It happens. You just got to be different. You got to be original. Be you, unapologetically you. That's it. Patrick, I appreciate you, man. You
Thank you,
guys,
man.
of course, for everybody watching this, Please don't forget to subscribe to this, please. We post videos like this all the time. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify, either way. If you want to watch any other episodes, please feel free to do so. There's tons of them on this channel. And on top of that, if you guys want to join Social Army, there's going to be a link down below this video for you guys to join. That link is going to be Patrick's direct link, so you're going to be supporting him as well by doing so. And if you guys want to check out his pages, any sort of social media channels that he's comfortable sharing, we will link down below. I appreciate y'all for being here. Patrick, thanks again, brother, and we will see y'all on the next one.